who doesn't want to work with someone who thinks ahead after COVID? All of us do. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. I am Reholile. I hope you enjoy my content and I hope you do subscribe to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be telling you guys about some of the courses that I believe will always add value to your CV while you are job hunting. These are courses that I recommend that you do online. So in my previous video where I was talking about getting a job at the Big Four, if you haven't watched that video, go and watch that video. So in that video I said one of the things that I really recommend, and that is a tip and that really served to my advantage, was continuously learning. Because companies, like once you start working for a company, you'll see how important it is for companies that we as employees stay up to date, and that we always and that we're always in the process of bettering and improving our skills, technical skills, soft skills. So it's very important for companies, so you don't stop learning once you're finished with school. And these are some of the courses that I recommend that you do or that you consider doing. Relevant. Okay, so course number one, project management. Because at work, just learning how to manage your time, learning how to divide your time depending on the size of the project, whether this is a small donor. I used to work for an NGO, so I'll use different terms. Whether this is a small donor, whether it's a big donor, small client, big client, budget, looking at the budget and allocating enough time to that project, looking at your responsibilities for that project, just scheduling your time and learning things like that. I think project management is such an important course. It is always relevant, because one of the things that we all struggle with when we start working is time management. We're all like, I can't manage my time. I feel like I don't have enough time to do the work that I have to do. How do I know, if I'm on 5 projects, which project I'm working on today? Am I working on all projects in the same day? How do I manage all of that? So if you've done project management, you can sort of create your own system, figure out, okay, these are the variables, project budget, timeline of the project, how many people are in the project, do I have to manage any people, am I leading anything, am I just supporting? You take all those factors into consideration and you know how much time to allocate to each project, and you're able to manage your time. So once you've done project management, I feel like even if you have like a time management problem, maybe there really isn't enough time. But for us who haven't done project management, we're always just wondering, is there something I'm missing? Is there a way that I'm losing my hours doing something that I'm not supposed to do? So just learning how to manage your time is very important. Project management. Number 2, I'd say, is communication. Working with different people, understanding how different people communicate, understanding how to express yourself, how to not take things personal, just learning how to get your message across to other people that you might be working with or that you'll be leading in a team. I think that's always important, because there are people who cannot communicate. They think something and they think mama must know, like you should just know, and that's not effective communication. It's not communicating at all. So just being aware is very important, and I feel like a course in communication would definitely help you, because you'll be working with people who communicate differently to how you communicate, and just being able to understand that is very important. third course, I'd say, I think this goes in with communication, but like emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence ties in with communication, in my opinion, because once you're aware of how you communicate, how you get your message across, how person B gets their message across, you're aware of how people, like different people, choose to communicate, and you're aware of how you make others feel when you communicate in a certain way. So I feel like emotional intelligence and communication definitely go hand in hand, and that's another short course you could find online. Another short course, recently in my previous video I said like social media. I think social media is also like a good short course. If you can find a short course on social media, that would also be very, very relevant, because this is the digital age. Everyone is on social media. So just finding a short course on social media, learning more about different kinds of social media platforms is very important also. I think it's very relevant, it's very important. I know in my previous job I used to create content. I use the fact that I have a YouTube channel and the fact that I am someone who likes social media. I like the good side of social media. I don't like the drama. So I use the fact that I love creating videos. I love being out in nature. I used all of that to create videos and to like work on the website of the company where I was working at, create posts for their social media pages, start a social media page like on their LinkedIn, created their LinkedIn profile, ran it, promoted it, like take charge. So if someone had asked me, in the beginning, what's the job description like, we would have never added like social media into it, especially because you'll say, oh no, she studied geology, geohydrology, so she'll be doing sciencey things. I did sciencey things, but I went the extra mile and I did something else on top, something that I was not asked to do. I just really saw a gap and I filled it. I wouldn't have been able to fill that gap if I didn't know anything about social media. So I didn't do a course, it's just been my interest. So if you don't know anything about social media, maybe just do a course, educate yourself, even if you're not on social media. I know it's very relevant, that's all I can say. Even in my current job, social media matters. It matters. So ignoring it doesn't make it go away. A short course in like data analysis is also a good idea. It doesn't matter if you're working with data that comes in the form of numbers or data that comes in the form of words. Just being able to analyze data, get a bigger picture sense when you look at information that you've received. Maybe you've received information from a client or a donor, or you're working with them and they keep giving you information over the phone, or they're telling you about their company, they're telling you about whatever they do. Just being able to sift through that information. It's not always numbers, analyzing them, creating graphs. It's not always that. Sometimes it's basically information that comes in the form of words, which is why communication is also important. You're able to sift through and get like the nuggets of what their company or the organization is about. So I think data analysis is very, very important. Just being able to analyze data. Data comes in many different ways and in different forms, so just being aware of that is also very important. It's relevant irregardless of whichever job you're applying for. I think a course that's like also important, or like videos you could watch on like creating your own website. I think this is like also really important. I think creating a website should just be something that we all learn how to do, and there's different ways to create a website. So just being able to create your own website, and maybe there's a topic that you're really passionate about. I hope it's not something that's it's not something scandalous that's gonna make people feel like, oh no, but like a topic, maybe if you're interested in like following what's happening with climate change. It's really hot these days. Temperatures are just 30 degrees, 33, 34. There's no rain. So it's very hot. So if you're more interested in things like climate change, and then you start a website and you know your fact-finding mission, you're finding things out about it, you're documenting information about it, helpful, useful information, educating other people about it. I always feel like that's always just such an important skill to learn, you know, being able to share information with other people and being aware. Creating a website, for some reason, I feel like you want to share something, you want to share information, and sometimes you're sharing information on topics that other people are not informed about. So you have to be a good sharer. You have to use words, you know, you don't make it too hard on the ears, you know, so someone can't understand what you mean. Now you're using all these big terms. You have to say it not in layman's terms. You have to be able to communicate the information with the audience, you know, so in a way that they understand it. So even creating a website, that is something that is like also just, it means you're learning something new. You're able to work with technology. There's so many implications on the things that we do. Share a quick story. In my situation, I shared that I had a YouTube channel, and no, what do you do on your YouTube channel, Theodrine? That's my first name, Theodrine. So I explained, okay, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. They were so, and the fact that I got monetized, like, it just showed resilience, because it's not easy to get monetized on YouTube. It's not easy to get people to subscribe. 1,000 people, honestly, that's a lot. So just being proud of your achievements, being able to express and to be able to see and recognize all the hard work that you've done. So even something like a website or whichever short course you'll be doing, just being able to own it in an interview and to express that, you know what, this is why I did this course. I thought, you know, I'll be working with people. Even though I'm currently job hunting, I will one day get a job and I will work with people. So I really thought, let me do this course in communication, or this course in project management, data analysis, emotional intelligence, whatever the course is that you've chosen to do, and this is your reason why you've done it. You're thinking ahead, which is always great. Who doesn't want to work with someone who thinks ahead after COVID? All of us do. Last course, last one. This video is getting very long, but last course suggestion: email writing. No guys, just email writing, so important. Being polite in emails, you know, even if you're upset or you feel like, I've expressed myself, I've told you, what don't you get, but like your response being not a fight, just another gentle way, and just through communicating it with the other person. Email writing as a course, I want to do that. I'm working and I want to do it. I feel like that is so relevant, because you're writing emails all the time. So being able to write emails to people and be like courteous in your emails, be kind in your emails, come across as a soft person in your emails, it's very, very important. You know, you don't want to start fights in your emails. So email writing as a course is like my last golden nugget tip. If there are any other courses that you know of or that you think people should do, please leave them in the comment section below. Like I said previously, look at the job description also. If it's a job that you've been applying for, what's the keyword in that job? Is there a short course on that keyword? So if there is a short course on that keyword, consider doing that short course also. So yeah, I wish you all the best if you're job hunting. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. If you don't have a question but you have like an additional course or a statement that you'd like to make, kind statements, please leave them in the comment section down below. And if you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, because you keep coming back, or it's your first time that you watched till the end. So please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.